Hi guys, welcome back. All right, I know it's later than usual. I'm sorry I just got back, but let's go ahead and jump on in. I just want to touch base briefly on a love topic. Tomorrow we'll be doing a specific message. But gosh, we're starting out with card number 47. This actually feels like somebody, especially if she's going through a tough time, she or he, of course, but somebody is being kind of like lifted by, the hands of the divine. Now, I almost think of this as like, you know, um, firefighters like catching somebody if they're leaping, out of a building or something, and they have that kind of like a trampoline, a handheld trampoline type of thing. That's almost what this feels like. Like, don't worry, you'll be, in a safety net. You won't fall and hit the bottom because we got you, because we got all these hands reaching out, and she's kind of on this little comforting halo of light. Now I also think somebody might be about to have some very sweet dreams. Hi everyone, so good to see you guys. This feels sweet and protected, but let's just now I'm hearing that song. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Um, and I'm hearing, I think, didn't one of my favorite actors, Mustache Man, I always, when I just call him Magnum PI, I can't think of his name right now. Wasn't he in Three Men and a Baby? And then they sing that to the baby. That's the version that I'm hearing right now in my head. But maybe I'm blurring old memories. We have the Tower upright, and we got that Three of Pentacles. I kind of think she's going to have sweet dreams. This is looking very different. Like she is both protected, but also like um, in her dreamscape. Maybe she'll be sifting through um, a situation, and maybe it's astral travel for all I know. There's something here about like he's the one who's actually had a fall. She won't be falling. So I don't know if Tom Selleck, thank you everybody. Oh my God. I know, how can I forget that wonderful man? I adore Tom Selleck. I just think he's just the bee's knees, as they say. Um, Quigley Down Under. I got to rewatch that film. Loved that film with him. But this comes across so much like she's being protected, where he's not hitting rock bottom, but he's being like liberated. But this is good for both of them. I don't feel like this is a breakup, though. No, in fact, everything's like tension is being let go. I kind of think, because oftentimes that it's the divine comes in and creates a tower moment for someone. Something that was keeping somebody confined is swept away. Now, it can feel like a big upheaval, of course, but it still is a good upheaval typically. But I'm wondering if for him to have like a collapse is also like, oh, thank God, I'm finally free. Meanwhile, she's over here also, like being supported. Because this says it's good for both of them. There's a lot of like stress relief. There's a lot of like tumbling down of, problems or obstacles. I'm not even so sure that this is two people who already know each other. They could be. Um, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. These two finally don't have anything in the way. I almost think two people have been dreaming of having an opportunity to come together. Maybe some things in their life had to get sifted, worked out. It feels like they're either on a collision course, or maybe they've recently both become single. That's kind of more what this is starting to look like. There's a reason to celebrate. There's nothing holding these two back at this point. They're both being divinely supported, guided, and it's almost like this breath of fresh air, because now if these two want to make googly eyes at each other, they can. If these two want to pursue something, they can. Did they both recently end up single? Is that what this is about? Like maybe they both came through some kind of difficult scenarios? Let me ask. What about her? Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords. I definitely feel like something in her life has changed, and it's like, this is blissful. This is nice. That butterfly is here. She's finally flown free. She's headed toward her Ten of Cups, something very happy. Maybe she has recently like relocated because this is a sweet little house. She's making her decisions. She knows, she feels very like empowered and in charge of her life. But I would say just because the butterfly is a symbol of transformation and you see that her lungs are here, she's like breathing easier. She feels like she put up the right boundaries. She feels, I don't know if she's moving into like a sweet little cottage or something where there's lots of, growing plants around her. This could be like a house kind of like in a little protected cul-de-sac or at the end of a lane or something. It just feels like it's just right for her. She's finding just what she was seeking in life. She's in a very good space, but there has been obviously a transformation that got her here. So I would say she's been divinely, moved gently into this new era of her life. Let's go over there and take a look at him because he's had that tower that worked out for him. Hi everybody. Good to see you all. We've got an 8 of Swords upright. We got the Justice in the reverse. 5 of Wands and the Emperor. Okay, so by the way, strong Aries energy coming in for him, but also some nice Libra here. Whatever changed in his life, he is no longer stuck, and I think he was stuck on somebody. At one point in time, maybe his heart wasn't clean, wasn't healed yet. Maybe he was still stuck on some other feminine. He could have been stuck on a past relationship. He could have also been married to the wrong person, and finally things are getting, balanced back out. If he was treated unfairly, if there were a lot of problems, all that has kind of like lifted. He feels, again, much like the Queen of Swords, he too feels like he's in charge of his own life. So I would definitely say both of them have things that are balanced out now. Again, the hand of the divine is here for him. We see it twice, kind of the same way we see it for her. These two came through difficult chapters, but they're single enough at this point that finally it's like it's their time. Their day has come. Now, who's spying on who? Who's zooming who? Because we have this Page of Swords there. That could be both of them starting to notice one another, or maybe he's noticing her and he's allowed to now because he's single too. We got the 7 of Wands. It is sideways. When I said who's spying on who, it's kind of like, again, this is how we overcome struggles, problems, obstacles. But we see somebody who's like moving those logs. They've chopped it up. Now they're able to move those logs in manageable pieces out of the way. I would just say both of them are finally able, since it's shared energy that it's sideways. Both characters are maybe noticing each other, thinking about each other, maybe dreaming about each other. Justice sideways, 5 of Cups, and the King of Swords. I would say definitely now that we have, that if he's wondering like, hey, I wonder if she's been through some blockages too, if she's been hurt before too. She's a Queen of Swords. Is she crying over King of Swords? I got to find out about her. I wonder if she's starting to wonder the same thing, because remember, he had the Justice card. I wonder if she's like, I wonder what a great emperor is doing, alone. He seems like such a catch. I wonder if, he must have a backstory, and he's thinking about her. She must have a backstory. She must have had somebody, but she's either lost that person or there's a reason she's single, right? It feels like both characters are just astute enough to realize, I wonder what their story is. I wonder why that awesome person is single. They probably have been through something. I mean, I think it's fair to surmise that, seeing amazing people and going like, wow, they seem awesome and they're single, or they seem to be solo. So I wonder what their backstory is. 7 of Cups in the reverse. These two don't even need to wonder. I'm going to say, how like recognizes like. I think that's what this is. I think without needing to say too much, they can both read the story. It's like, I can tell you probably went through something, didn't you? You probably went through something that was a little unpleasant. I just know, probably because I've been through something similar. So these two, all right, guys. I know we just had a weird, like technology blip there. I don't know. You guys are probably aware of it, but globally, YouTube went down today for a couple of hours. So obviously, there's it's not just on my end. At least I'm relieved to know that. I was a little concerned about doing any video late tonight just because things had, the whole platform went down earlier today. I read about it, even though I wasn't in a place to have done videos anyway. But I just thought that was really interesting because you guys know I've had so much struggle. And admittedly, some of the problems were on my side, but now I'm like, okay, we know it's not just on my side. We're gonna push on through, but I was gonna do 3 more zodiacs on the other channel, but I think I'm gonna pause until tomorrow. Like, let's just give everything a chance to keep rebooting a bit. But I really do love this story for them. I want to go to that Knight of Cups real quick, and maybe from the perspective of the universe. Universe, what have you got to say about that Knight of Cups? You guys are so awesome. Thanks for being here. We've got Emperor upright. We've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got a Queen of Wands and the Magician. From the perspective of the universe, it's like there is really nothing to stop this potential relationship. There really is no reason for him not to just go ask her out. If he's worried, like, oh God, what if she's saying, oh, I'm not interested, I don't want to date anybody, what if I get the cold shoulder from her? He already kind of knows that's probably not going to happen. Or if it did happen, it would be like, oh, okay, no offense, I just thought you were lovely. I don't think that he's going to lose a beat here. I think he already, at least from the way the universe looks at this, if you'd like to talk to someone, Emperor, first off, you're a catch. You're interested in her for all the right reasons. Don't fear, like, what if she's rude? What if she doesn't want to talk to me? You got to knock on any door to figure out, what's behind that door. Does she want to open it up to you or not? You might be just the thing she's looking for. So it's like, if you want to manifest a chance with her, don't fear being, turned away or shut down. You're bringing love to the door, and that's actually really, really beautiful, and maybe exactly what she needs. Maybe she needs somebody to approach her in such a beautiful, respectful way. Maybe this is what she's been manifesting. Maybe that's why you noticed her, is because she's been putting out the, those, like, I'll say the pheromones. Maybe the reason he noticed her in the first place is because she noticed him first. There's some food for thought. 11:8, sweetheart. 11:8, thank you, babe. Thank you so much. You're so generous. No, I love the fact that this is just pointing out maybe there's a reason you noticed her in the first place. Maybe she's just right for you, and maybe she needs you to approach her. I mean, please remember, it doesn't matter what gender we're talking about, right? This could be masculine, feminine, same sex, doesn't matter. But for this story, I do love that the message to him is, you noticed her, you're interested in her, but maybe it's not just coincidence that you noticed her. Maybe she was sending you a signal, and maybe that's the real reason she caught your eye. I do feel like there's a subtlety in this storyline. Again, maybe it's just the divine, like I'm picturing, Cupid's arrow has been shot and it hit its mark, and it's like the gods are trying to bring these two together. Or perhaps it is her having noticed him first. We didn't really see how that might have gone. We just see two people that are probably going to be pretty good together. It's nice to see the beginning of a love story, to see two people that are intrigued by one another. It's nice that we have zero drama in this, which we almost never get. And it's nice that we see two very mature characters, both of whom have come through some things that were obviously painful, but that's just it. That's what life is. We go through difficulties, and then we learn from those things, and we carry on, and we still, live our best life. And it's nice to see two characters that are very whole. We don't get enough of those love stories. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. I know it's shorter than usual, but I think probably while we're still sorting out whatever is happening on YouTube at the moment, we'll give YouTube's little tech brain a moment to catch its breath. And I'm going to do some full reboots also early in the morning tomorrow, possibly tonight as well, just so that everything is as refreshed as possible and reconnect my signals. So, Linda, yes, this is definitely a backdrop. Yeah. It's oh, I said, I'm sorry, you said what is that backdrop? It's kind of like an ancient city. I just loved the arched doorways. I thought it was so pretty. And I want to go in there. I want to go see where those arched doorways are. One of my favorite structures. I'm going to say possibly in the world. But of course, I haven't seen all of the world, so bear with me. It's my limited range. But the Herodian Theater in Athens, Greece. Um, I love the arched columns and such. It's just really pretty. So it was very appealing to me. Linda, you like it too? Awesome. 11:08. You angel. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Sweet dreams to you, Bobby Harris. Sabrina Thomas. Nice to see you, babe. Linda, I know, right? Greece is, well, it does look very classic, doesn't it? So yeah, I not that the Romans didn't do the arched doorways as well, but that's what it reminded me of. So, Wendy, nice to see you, babe. Hallelujah. Hi, Black Butterfly. You guys are so awesome. Patricia, Luminous Marina. No, Wendy, it wasn't just you. Are you on the mountainside still, sweetheart, looking up at the sky? Oh, that is so wonderful. That makes me so happy. Roxanne, so you bounced out and came back in. Okay, perfect. Because I did a reset on my end too at the same time. I'm glad it worked out. Stephanie Ellis, snack break. Um, yeah, hallelujah. Yeah, the all of YouTube was down today for a couple hours. So I never saw what had happened. I just know that it was like everybody around the world was like, uh-oh. So they probably did some housekeeping or something, right? So Sonia Parkers, good to see you, love. Thank you for being here. Ginger Montague. Wouldn't it be great if I could have like an extra little, like the little red curtains that I would close, like in old movies or at a movie theater's intermission? That would be hilarious if I could do that. Denisa, good to see you. That cracks me up. 11:08. The buffering circle is right over my eye. So when it buffers, you guys still see me on the screen then. I don't go dark. It's you unfortunately see me in like a weird frozen facial expression. I bet that's sexy. I'm really glad to terrorize you guys with that. I apologize, everybody. I mean, you know how weird it is if you get frozen in like mid conversation and you get one of those insanely goofy expressions. Oh my god, that's horrible. Um, a Duncan, hi honey. Nikki O, thanks for bearing with me, guys, as things froze tonight. Hi, GR. Terry Fields, awesome to see you tonight. Sierra, how are you, babe? Annette Summersby, hi, sweetheart. Pussy Wussy, hi. Supernova, awesome to catch you. Hi, Hamida. Thank you, sweetheart. Cheryl Lopez, you're spot on. Tom Selleck, he had such an iconic mustache, didn't he? Like you guys all know, if I say that really handsome actor with the mustache, everybody knows Tom Selleck. But I could never find his name. I always say Magnum PI, which is funny because I never watched that show. I just love Tom Selleck. Um, April Fresh, thank you. You guys are so awesome. No love. Hi, sweetheart. Crystal Suzanne, so glad you're here, babe. It is a delight to see you. I've been able to catch you in a couple of lives lately. So nice to see you. Stephanie Ellis, you're adorable. Violet, hi, honey. And Roberts, how are you? All right, you guys, and Ginger Montague, you were first in the house tonight. Leah, hi, honey. Sorry, I almost missed you there. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening, and hopefully we'll get things nice and smoothed out and ironed out for, you know, tomorrow. And um, you guys are so funny. Oh, Linda, that was an era of magnificent, uh, I'll say, athletic wear, wasn't it? Oh, Wendy, that's so awesome. So you drove up an hour ago to do some thinking and realized you had a signal. That's so nice. That's beautiful. Well, I hope that you definitely relax and enjoy the stars for all of us, actually. Hi, Flo. Nighty night, Sabrina Thomason. Excuse me, Thompson, excuse me. Linda, are we old? I would say we just have excellent taste, like, because I think Tom Selleck would totally like warm all hearts. I don't care what age anybody is. I think we have fabulous taste in a great actor who comes across as just like such a low key person. I mean, I know he plays roles because he's an actor, but he always seemed like he was like such a cool dude, like somebody you would just hang out with. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Linda. I'm 45. That's definitely my era too, for sure. Oh, yeah. Ginger Montague. Sean Connery's great. Absolutely. Sean Connery's amazing. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Luminous Marina. He's so cute. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Yeah, Sabrina, I agree with you. A great voice, right? You're talking Sean Connery, right? Oh, perfect voice. And I mean, come on, let's not forget Morgan Freeman also. Oh, he could read a toothpaste, like the back of a toothpaste box, and it would be like music to my ears. I love Morgan Freeman's voice. It's so beautiful. Sonia, thank you, honey. Sweet dreams, guys. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for sure. Sabrina, amen to that. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.